Well, this one hits close to home. Today we're going to be talking about blackouts, not across in another third world country, but right here in a very populous state in America. Welcome to PrepperNow.
Please, Lord, help me get one more.
All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. Hit the buttons and stuff. You know what to do. We are going to be talking about some blackouts. Yes, not in Ukraine, not in Africa, not in Asia. We're talking blackouts in Pennsylvania and other mid-Atlantic states over the next decade. So there is a real problem because we have a regional grid shortfall of 80,000 megawatts of electricity. Now, the great state of Pennsylvania, which is just to my north, they put out about 25% of the power flowing right into that grid, okay? So for about 20 years, Pennsylvania's energy demand has been getting more and more voracious. People are hungry for good energy, cheap energy. So all of this is becoming a way on the grid. The grid is taking a lot of extra pain and suffering, and it's having troubles producing because since about 2018, Pennsylvania has been having higher rates of power by about 30% than other neighboring states, which of course this is weighing on people. Then you take in all the other stuff that is going on around you. There are an increase in energy that is going up. Well, as you take all of that and then a shortfall of 80,000 megawatts of electricity, you are getting a recipe for blackouts and disaster. So they are trying to add more 1,000 megawatt generation plants, hopefully up to about 20. But these plants, they take time. There's under construction. They haven't really started any of them yet. These are all just mainly plans. But they need to get going now because it takes years to create those. And we've got a matter of months until we're going to need all of this right now and here. So these data centers or these construction centers, sorry, I'm reading now as I'm going, and data centers and all these places are interconnected. Another problem is that there are a lot more different ways, there are a lot more different things weighing onto the energy from, places that do trading for Wall Street, a lot of server farms, things like that. And then, of course, there are places that are mining Bitcoin. There's just a lot of extra added weight to the energy grid. And Pennsylvania is one of the largest. So the electricity is more, and then they just need more energy. They need more electricity. So they don't have enough solar. They don't have enough alternative. They want to add more of that. But the fact is, what they really need to do is just add some good old-fashioned nuclear if they can. There are some ways they can do it. One forward-looking energy policy would be to modernize some of the pre-existing structures. 22 states have natural gas power plants under construction or in development. And Pennsylvania is sitting on the world's largest natural gas reserve. So there is energy there. They just have to get into it. So whether they can go natural gas or nuclear or renewable all of this needs to get started right now. They need a development. They need to get through the red tape. They need to get through the government and everything else. And of course, Pennsylvania is a solid purple state, so there are some things from the administrative state that are holding it back. So as these states in the immediate area also pick up their needs for energy, Pennsylvania is going to have to come together and come some kind of a plan, because the alternative is the power going out. So they need to centralize permitting to slash off years from the timeline, and they need to do things that will stop the entanglement of bureaucracy and stop the delays of progress. So if they can't, and the neighbors keep going in and dipping into their power, and all of it is not being fleshed out like it should be, and the Pennsylvania natural gas just remains under the ground and not accessed, they're going to have a bunch of potential problems like blackouts. So they could, do policy reform, they could expedite projects, they could streamline stuff. But do you really see that happening in Pennsylvania with an administrative state like they have there? Now, we always worry about blackouts here. Blackouts, of course, are one of the main prepper topics, one of the main things that we worry about and what we prep for. I'm going to be doing a 2,400 watt solar energy system here pretty soon. I'm working out the details with that company. But you need to have alternative ways to have energy, because this isn't just going to happen in Pennsylvania. This is going to start to happen all across America, all across the board, everywhere that doesn't have really excellent and modernized forms of energy. The problems are going to mount up, and then eventually they'll be doing rolling blackouts like they do in California, and they are starting to do in other places like Texas. There's just so much people can do, and the demand for all of the energy is getting more and more and more. And so because of that, they need to come up with a plan right now. Good news, Pennsylvania has a lot of energy under the ground. Bad news, it's going to take an expedited process to get there. Do you think they're going to be able to make it in time? I don't think so. So if I were you and you were like me, you'd be doing things to prep up your energy supplies and have ways to create energy and to make it so you can keep the refrigerators on and other things in your home when these rolling blackouts come to your area. And I can assure you, at some point in the not so distant future, they will be. All right, friends, you know what to do. Hit the buttons and stuff. Please go check out the video from last night, The 5 Wise Men of Prepping. And excellent video with Prepper Dog, Modern Refugee, Roaming Prepper, and of course, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. We had a lot of different topics to talk about, and we'd love to have you there. Do check out the links in the description. Join me on other places. Until later on tonight, we will have a crisis report. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.